Ever wondered who the true geniuses behind your favorite films are? The directors who've redefined cinema and set trends for generations? Let's take a closer look at the minds that shaped filmmaking into what it is today. Quentin Tarantino is a filmmaker who turned storytelling into an art form. Known for his unique style, Tarantino blends sharp dialogue with non-linear narratives, creating films that feel both modern and nostalgic. With movies like Pulp Fiction, Kill Bill, and Inglourious Basterds, he built a signature style where violence meets dark humor and unexpected moments. What sets Tarantino apart is his ability to pay tribute to genres like westerns and kung fu films while making them feel fresh and innovative. His passion for films shines through, with references to his favorite directors and genres weaved throughout his work. But it's not just about the visuals and violence. It's about crafting unforgettable characters and telling stories that resonate long after the credits roll. Tarantino also revolutionized the way soundtracks are used in movies, making music an essential part of the storytelling experience. His distinct voice has made him one of the most influential directors in modern cinema. Each film is a piece of his artistic expression, filled with pop culture references, mind-bending plots, and characters that will leave you thinking. In a world of predictable blockbusters, Tarantino stands out as a true original. Alfred Hitchcock, the master of suspense, was a visionary who forever changed how we view thrillers. A master of building tension, Hitchcock could make the simplest moments feel unbearably intense. His films, such as Psycho, Rear Window, and Vertigo, are celebrated for their psychological depth and meticulous craftsmanship. Hitchcock's genius wasn't just in telling a story. It was in how he made you feel it. With his iconic use of suspense, he turned everyday situations into high-stakes moments, forcing audiences to hold their breath. One of his signature techniques was creating moments of uncertainty, allowing the audience to experience the tension with the characters. Hitchcock's style also introduced visual storytelling at its finest. His use of innovative camera angles and meticulous framing set a new standard in filmmaking. Beyond thrillers, his influence spanned across genres, shaping how filmmakers think about suspense, mystery, and even horror. But perhaps what made Hitchcock truly iconic was his ability to take audiences on an emotional roller coaster, never letting them feel safe. Even today, his films remain a masterclass in suspense and psychological horror, and his ability to manipulate emotions through cinema is unmatched. Stanley Kubrick wasn't just a director, he was a cinematic perfectionist. Known for his cold precision and willingness to explore every genre, Kubrick's films are as complex as they are visually stunning. A Clockwork Orange, 2001, A Space Odyssey, and The Shining are all iconic in their own right, but each one displays a depth that most filmmakers would shy away from. Kubrick was meticulous in every aspect of filmmaking, from set design to lighting, creating worlds that felt both real and unreal. What set him apart was his ability to tackle the biggest concepts, space, human nature, and the supernatural, and present them in a way that both challenged and fascinated audiences. His use of color and symmetry became a hallmark of his films, and his ability to create tension, even in the most serene scenes, left viewers on the edge of their seats. Kubrick's films often posed philosophical questions, encouraging audiences to think deeper about humanity and the world around them. His perfectionist approach left an indelible mark on the industry, influencing filmmakers for generations. Kubrick didn't just make movies. He crafted experiences that linger in your mind long after you've left the theater. Steven Spielberg is the director who turned cinema into a cultural event. With an incredible ability to craft both epic blockbusters and deeply emotional dramas, Spielberg became a household name with films like Jaws, E.T. the Extraterrestrial, Jurassic Park, and Schindler's List. What makes Spielberg's work so remarkable is his versatility. He's equally comfortable creating massive adventure films or touching personal stories. Spielberg has a unique ability to connect with audiences of all ages, making the impossible seem believable while still grounding his stories in human emotion. E.T. captured the wonder and magic of childhood, while Schindler's List highlighted the darkness of human history with unmatched gravitas. Whether crafting iconic, heart-racing sequences or moments of quiet reflection, Spielberg makes it clear that filmmaking is about more than just entertainment. It's about connecting with people on a deeper level. Spielberg's influence is felt not just in the visual spectacle of his films, but in how he tells stories that resonate on an emotional level. His films have defined generations, and his knack for creating memorable, larger-than-life characters has ensured his place in cinematic history. Spielberg's ability to blend spectacle with soul has solidified him as one of the greatest directors of all time. Martin Scorsese is a true master of storytelling, especially when it comes to the gritty realities of life. From Taxi Driver to Goodfellas and The Wolf of Wall Street, Scorsese has explored the darker corners of human nature, diving deep into themes of morality, corruption, and the pursuit of power. What makes Scorsese so compelling is his ability to explore complex characters with depth and nuance. Whether he's following a troubled loner like Travis Bickle or a power-hungry mobster like Henry Hill, Scorsese's films are a study in character development. His collaboration with actors like Robert De Niro and Leonardo DiCaprio has produced some of the most memorable performances in cinema. Scorsese is known for his dynamic pacing, using music, editing, and camera work to ramp up tension, and his trademark long tracking shots and energetic montages are instantly recognizable. He has the ability to create a world within a world, giving audiences a visceral experience that feels raw and authentic. Scorsese's work is often gritty, unapologetic, and at times morally ambiguous, making him one of the most celebrated and influential directors of his generation. His films are more than just stories. They are reflections of the human condition. Akira Kurosawa is widely regarded as one of the greatest filmmakers of all time, and his influence stretches far beyond Japan. With films like Seven Samurai and Rashomon, Kurosawa revolutionized cinematic storytelling. His films often explored complex themes such as honor, morality, and the human condition, and his storytelling techniques have had a lasting impact on global cinema. One of the key elements of Kurosawa's work was his mastery of composition and cinematography. His use of weather, nature, and movement to convey emotion created an unforgettable visual language. Kurosawa's influence on Western filmmakers is undeniable. George Lucas, for example, credited him as a key inspiration for Star Wars. Francis Ford Coppola is the mastermind behind some of the most iconic films in cinema history. Best known for the Godfather trilogy, Coppola redefined what it meant to tell a compelling, character-driven story. The Godfather itself is a masterclass in narrative filmmaking, blending themes of power, loyalty, and betrayal in a way that had never been seen before. Coppola's direction turned what could have been a simple mob film into a sweeping epic, filled with unforgettable characters and complex relationships. But Coppola's genius didn't stop there. He also directed the haunting war film Apocalypse Now, which remains one of the most influential films about the Vietnam War. Orson Welles is often credited with forever changing the world of cinema, most notably with his groundbreaking work on Citizen Kane.
Saw through all the praise.
Released
and had
in
no problem calling
1941,
Olivier
the film is
stupid,
often regarded
straight to
as the
point.
greatest movie
Welles
ever
especially
made,
hated
and for
Olivier's
good
production
reason.
of King Lear for the
Wells
BBC,
revolutionized
famously
film
saying,
techniques,
"It was the
including
worst
the
thing I
use
ever
of deep
saw in
focus,
my life."
low-angle shots,
Olivier may have been
and
loved by many,
non-linear
but in
storytelling.
Wells's book, he was
Citizen
far from a
Kane
genius.
introduced a visual style that influenced countless filmmakers and remains a staple in film schools to this day. But Wells wasn't just a technical innovator, he was a master of narrative as well. Citizen Kane tells the story of a media mogul's rise and fall, exploring the complexities of power, ambition, and personal relationships. Christopher Nolan is a filmmaker known for his ability to push the boundaries of conventional storytelling. From the mind-bending Inception to the visually stunning Interstellar and the action-packed Dark Knight trilogy, Nolan has become one of the most influential directors of the 21st century. What sets Nolan apart is his ability to blend complex narratives with breathtaking visuals. His films often explore themes of time, memory, and identity, making the audience question reality itself. Inception took the world by storm, with its layered narrative structure and exploration of dreams within dreams. Nolan's attention to detail is evident in his use of practical effects and IMAX technology, creating a cinematic experience that's both intellectually stimulating and visually stunning. His work on the Dark Knight trilogy redefined superhero films, turning them into sophisticated, thought-provoking works of art. Nolan's commitment to using practical effects whenever possible, instead of relying heavily on CGI, has set a new standard for blockbuster filmmaking. His influence can be seen in the way modern filmmakers approach storytelling, pushing the limits of what's possible on screen. Nolan's ability to make complex ideas accessible to a wide audience has earned him a reputation as one of the best filmmakers of his generation. Federico Fellini was a master of surrealism, blending reality and fantasy to explore the depths of the human condition. Known for films like La Dolce Vita and 8½, Fellini's work was often characterized by vivid dream sequences and a sense of emotional rawness. He wasn't just telling stories, he was delving deep into the psyche of his characters and capturing the complexities of human experience. Fellini's films often featured extravagant, larger-than-life characters and set pieces, creating a dreamlike atmosphere that blurred the lines between reality and fantasy.